A new 90-acre residential and commercial development is moving forward in southern Dallas. Will Anderson, the editor-in-chief of the Dallas Business Journal, is here now to talk about that and some other projects going on in the area. Thanks for being with us on this holiday week.
Glad to be here, Jason.
Good to have you here. What new projects are in the works, first of all?
Yeah, and we're talking about southern Dallas, which of course is often overlooked, whether it comes to small business lending, housing. It just doesn't get the same attention as many other parts of the Metroplex. So very happy that recently we've reported on a couple developments coming to that area, including what you're referring to is called Rivulet. So, you know the old Redbird Mall that's being transformed? The co-developer of that project, Terrence Maiden, now proposing this project that's going to bring hundreds of homes and potentially, like this retail district you're seeing, could have a library, could have a grocery store, which is always in high demand in southern Dallas.
Right, you run into so many food deserts there. Yep. Boy, that Redbird redo there has really been a magnet for more.
Yeah, you could say that projects like this are kind of thriving off that same kind of energy, new economic energy that's being brought to the southern sector.
Let's talk about the economy overall, because it's one thing when you put up developments. How is this changing the economy overall in the southern part of Dallas?
When people talk about the southern part of Dallas, they always mention that it's home to a little more than half of the population, a lot of its land mass, but in terms of the tax revenue, it's in like the teens. So a disproportionate low amount of tax revenue. So more tax revenue, more things for city services, more things for hopefully like basic stuff like fixing potholes, police response times, things like that. So it's good to diversify the economy that way. Also, it's going to bring jobs to the area. It's going to stimulate spending and general economic activity if all these projects come to fruition as they're being discussed.
Boy, when you hear about tax revenue from the southern part of Dallas being in the teens, you just think of how much opportunity is there, how it's just ripe for opportunity.
Yeah, like there's this Texas Miracle and a North Texas Miracle to an extent, and it's kind of passed this whole section by. So if that can be tapped into and, from a big picture, right, just to generate more tax revenue and boost the city's coffers and school district coffers, but then just to give the same kind of opportunity to people that happen to live in a different part of town and haven't seen the same benefits, you might say.
Okay, so there's so much going on, but there's always more that can be done. What are business leaders looking at right now as far as what they think southern Dallas still needs?
So we were just talking about new housing. So new housing is on the way, new retail potentially, that's places you can spend, maybe quality of life boost. But I think what experts point to as something that would really be a game changer for southern Dallas would be job creation, meaning a large and higher wage jobs, because there's jobs in southern Dallas, but high wage, like advanced manufacturing, or maybe a corporate headquarters. And that might take someone to really kind of buy into a long-term vision. But when you talk to economic development leaders, the Dallas Regional Chamber, others, it's the ratio we just talked about. All this land, all of this, there's a ton of consumer spending down there. There's tons of people living, working there. It's not like there's nothing happening. But to create a job kind of creation center hub would certainly it would change the whole calculus.
It's exciting to watch the changes happening, and again, things are happening. There is momentum there. If you'd like to read more about it, check out the Dallas Business Journal online. They do great work. Will Anderson, thanks again for being with us today.
Thanks, Jason.
Appreciate it.